Hi, boys. I wanted to check in with you. One, welcome to your first day of remote learning. Please know that this is all a new experience for all of us. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate. It's totally understandable if you do have questions. So please feel free to reach out with me. You can have your parents email me. I'll be on my phone and computer all day, ready to take any questions you may have. I wanted to touch base with you before you get started on your first WordMaster assignment. The good news is, once you get it down the first day, the rest of the time, this is what your WordMasters assignments will look like. So you'll get the hang of it and be good to go for the next week or so. When you open up Google Classroom, you will see an assignment page that looks just like the one right over here. So we're going to walk through this assignment page, and then I'm actually going to do a Blue Book entry to just kind of model for you guys what I'm expecting from these entries. Now, again, we've been doing these for the whole year, but I just think it'd be nice to have a little reminder via video. So this is what your assignment page will look like right here. You'll remember that this is the format right here of a Blue Book entry. So you'll copy the word at the top. Remember, you're writing the definition that I've already provided for you. You are writing in your own words what you think that definition means. You're writing down the synonyms and antonyms that I've already given you. You're thinking of any related WordMaster words that you can, either from set 1, set 2, or set 3. And then you're going to write those words in a sentence. So today we are going to do 2 words, tweak and participant. You will notice on the word tweak, tweak has 2 separate definitions. Now, as I said, I'm going to model how we do this just to remind you again, what do you do when there's multiple meanings for the same word? So we're going to switch over now to the hovercam. So this is going to allow you guys to kind of follow along with me as I do this WordMasters Blue Book entry as if I was a student. So according to my assignment page, I'm following all of the directions in order. So first one is going to be to copy the word at the top. I've already done that. So then I'm going to go down here and look at my words. My first word, tweak, is a verb. It's very important for me to know that it is a verb. So I'm going to write down def, verb, and then I see that there's 2 different definitions. So verb 1, the definition is to make a small change or adjustment. Now remember, tweak, as I mentioned, has 2 different meanings. So I want to make sure I have both of those definitions down. Now this is also a verb, so I'll start off that second definition as verb 2. And that definition is to injure slightly. All right, I'm done with the first part of my entry. Now I'm moving on to in my own words. So in my own words, the first definition, to make a small change or adjustment. Okay, so I would say to change slightly. That's another way of saying that. That second definition, to injure slightly. I'm going to say to hurt. So I hurt something. I hurt myself. Maybe I'll say to hurt oneself. All right. Synonyms and antonyms are given for you. So I want to make sure I write down those synonyms and antonyms to make sure that I have the correct ones. Now I notice I just left something off here. Since I have two definitions, I need to make sure I'm clear which definition these synonyms match. So that's the first one. The second definition matches the idea of hurt. Now I need my antonyms. Now, remember, sometimes you will see NA, meaning non-applicable, meaning that there are no direct antonyms that are going to really help us understand better the definition of tweak. There's just not quite a word that is the direct opposite of tweak. So that means I can leave those two spaces blank. That means we're going to move on to related words. Related WordMaster words. I'm thinking of what other words might have to do with either changing something or to maybe it's an opposite of a word. Now, if you're having trouble thinking of a word, you have this incredible dictionary essentially at your disposal. That's really what your Blue Book is an amazing dictionary. So you could go back through and think of words that could be potentially related. Remember, it may not just be a related word that's a synonym, it could be an antonym as well, or maybe it's just related in some way. So as I'm looking back through, I can think of a couple different ways that maybe some of these words might match up. Now, one thing I definitely think might work would be the idea of tweak. If that's kind of a slight injury or maybe a slight movement in that way, maybe I could be talking about a jolt, perhaps. I know we've talked about that. So jolt could be related. Now remember, you also have an entire visual dictionary with all of your set 3 words. So I'm going to have you guys go through and look at those various words to think of any others that might match up there. And I'm sure you guys will come up with some other related words for tweak. I didn't want to give all of them away on this one just yet. All right, that leaves us with our last piece of our entry. We need to put our words in a sentence. So remember, 2 different definitions of tweak mean I should have 2 different sentences. For my first one, I'm going to say, I decided to tweak my project at the last minute. Because this definition of tweak, which I'm underlining, is talking about changing something, making a modification to something. Whereas the second definition is about hurting someone. So I would say, I tweaked my neck playing a rough game of soccer. All right, and there you have it. That is a perfectly completed WordMasters entry. Now remember, if you don't remember what some of these abbreviations mean, you have this template at the front of your Blue Book. That's in the front of set 2. So that'll remind you exactly what these different abbreviations are asking you for. And again, the instructions are also located at the top of each assignment page, which you will find every day as you go about completing these Blue Book assignments. You will have anywhere from 2 to 3 words every day. If you guys have any questions along the way, just let me know. Reach out anytime. Great job, guys.